Hey, it's Mark Stewart Greenstein, candidate for governor with a plea to urban voters. Can you, for once, not vote for a leftist Democrat? Democrat leaders do not help you. Look around. If your city is better off than it was 40 years ago, it's probably due to capitalism, not government policy. Cities have been run by Democrats, and it's time to throw out their leaders and improve your lives with it. Democrats don't hurt urban families who wrestle on the edge of poverty. They keep you poor. They make it hard for you to start a business. They make it hard to own a car that you could more easily get out of the city and take a job in a suburban office or factory. They tax you at rates that make it very hard to save. They regulate local businesses, so your costs are high. Look, grocery costs, they're higher in the city, even though people have less wealth, than they are in the suburbs. And they don't crack down on criminals hard enough. That's one reason why there aren't grocery stores in the cities. They have a cost of fear, and the economics say groceries are going to establish themselves in a safer suburb. For black families in particular, Democrats haven't helped you in 40 years. They've never repealed Davis-Bacon. Okay, that's a racist law that still harms black contractors and their largely black employees. And no Democrat leader has helped you with savings. They keep a decrepit social security system, one that is, well, it's the most regressive tax in the first place, but on African Americans in particular, it's incredibly regressive because of the time spent working, generally longer than whites, and the time that you recoup money, almost always shorter than whites. Life expectancy not as high. White males live beyond 65 years old, on average 8.5 years. Black males, 1.6 years. Social Security is an incredible ripoff to African Americans. Democrats have had the chance to change it, and they haven't. Did Obamacare help any of you? Okay. Unless you had no insurance and really wanted that. Some people have no insurance but by choice. Obamacare has been harmful. It has almost certainly made your premiums go higher, made your deductibles go higher so that you rarely want to even use the insurance that you've been paying for. And rarely can use the insurance that you're paying for because of the high deductible first. And maybe worst of all was the process of Obamacare. Your leaders lied to you. Okay? Look at Jonathan Gruber's machinations. He knew that he had to fool people. He couldn't play it straight because playing it straight meant the plan would get rejected. Democrat leaders bought into this. They knew what was going on, or they were too, drinking the Kool-Aid to really investigate. Finally, schools. What should be the best way out of a lower class lifestyle is a good education. But Democrat leaders tie themselves to teacher unions that don't want to elevate people based on merit. They don't do merit pay, they do seniority. There's also policies, Democrats tend to like these, that say the color of your skin matters in who we hire. We want black kids more comfortable with teachers that have the same pigmentation, rather than are they good. Okay, ask any educated African American who grew up in the 50s or 60s and had white teachers, is the color of the skin of your teacher what led you to success? Almost certainly no. The school systems let kids feel good in another way. They let kids not learn English. They're comfortable with Ebonics. Or just speak the way you want. It's your way. There's no standards. So then the young man, now a senior in high school, wants to get a part-time job, wants to be in customer service with a retailer, is denied. And he's denied based on discrimination. Not that kind of discrimination, not race discrimination, but the proper discrimination of an employer doesn't want to have an embarrassment in front of his customers. Our schools cripple black kids. David Duke couldn't be happier with the state of urban schooling in America. Finally, when that kid actually does want to take a lower wage job, you can't get the better one, his English skills aren't that good, all right, do something. But then your Democrat leaders cut that out too because they want to raise the wages of other established people, leaving less money for employers to hire young black youth in the first place. Democrats are not your friends at the leadership level. Please, don't buy in yet again to things that don't work. When you do that, that's based on faith. Politics aren't religion, okay? It shouldn't be faith-based. It should be reality-based. And the reality is Democrat leaders don't uplift people. Free markets do, capitalism does, community organizations do, and Democrat leaders don't like any of them. I like them all. I'm in your corner. Please think a second time. I'm Mark Stewart Greenstein, candidate for governor in 2018.